Aloha, and I hope everyone is having a great day out here in Hawaii. Is July the 4th, and which is a very happy 4th of July. I'm trying to get myself situated over here with all this. I haven't done a live for the last 3 months because I kind of took off and get ready for doing things that I'm supposed to be doing. And this subject today is really about HSP sensitivity, and it feels like right now is a good time to talk about it because um, whoever can experience this, it happens, start to happen, I would say probably 2 years ago, 2020 in July. And another one you'll be hit probably was in December of 2021. And the next one that's coming in that we're going through, the second, third phase is happening right now. And so there is things that happen because our sensitivity and how we feel and react towards this thing called vibration and energy. And a lot of us who are HSP people are usually empath. Um, we have another gifted thing where we could be, healers, psychics, astrologers, anything in that creative field that where we go and feel this lift of extra sensitivity and protection that is there. In other words, sometimes some people may think that we are, crazy or going a little bit too much extra or being too much out there. And it is hold the truth because we are such strong empath or antennas of what we hear, feel, and vibrate. It's not like it's something abnormal or something that, oh, we are gifted, so we are much better because we have a higher sensory and things like that. That is not who we are. And if sometimes when we abuse what we have, if we do too much carbs, we get the effect, right? If we drink too much alcohol, we get the effect. And I think you understand that sometimes when we use what we have, and everybody's gifted in this whole entire world, whether you are a singer or whether you are a basketball player or whether you are an HSP person, because our category expands a lot in many different fields. And so there is not a specialty thing. If we feel it, we can relate to it, and we can start to understand and how we can really use our gift to expand it more. And a lot of times when we use the abuse effect, our sensory doesn't really quite click or work better. It takes time to reload, just like a computer. When you use too much memories or use too much gigabytes, it slows down and it takes a while to reboot. And so, it's that kind of way that we need to kind of see it. And that's why I keep on promoting about detox. And detox is really a way to, meaning your mind, your body, which is the actual machine of your inside, to start to cleanse and take out all of these toxins, whether it's an environmental toxin, whether it's the human toxin, which is the most powerful toxin of all because they're the one who creates and control things in many different level and many different multitude of how they use and abuse their power, because each and every one of us have this gift and have this power. It's how we tend to use it to really put it back into our human space. And all of us are these people. There's all different kind of people. And a lot of HSP people tends to really take on the leadership because we do have the extra advantage or the extra kick to it because we are able to understand how to calm our monkey mind down and how to focus and meditate and to balance these two things that comes to us. Sometimes, there are movies that we have seen, City of Angels, The Muse, all these things that we see, whether it's a scientific movies or what there is. I'm not really one that watches TV, so I don't even watch TV, nor do I really go to the movies, or nor do I do those kind of things because I choose not to do it because it takes up my level, my energy of creating and seeing things in a different view. And so we use these things of how and where we are at. This is something that we are going to the next level, since all of this thing of portal of changes, as we call it, is opening. And there's many talks about whether you call it the Mandela effect, or whether you call this magic mirror effect. It's what's happening or what it is. It's really using this is finally the time for HSP people to use it in a good way, because this way is taking you what it is to the new level, which some people call it the new world or the new bigger portal, because we have already experienced. Because when there is an effect such like the pandemic that happened in 2020, this is when the energy we know is off balance and start to collide. And when we say when it start to collide, when it collide is when we have this divide and have this thing of separation, because it doesn't bounce back already. Because the way some people think is just like, imagine the negative ion and the positive ion, and it just doesn't hit already. And so the bubble already burst, because then we really start to see the difference, whether it's in the government system, whether it's in the political system, whether it's in the medical system, is or even how we live and eat and breathe, literally straight across the board. All of the system has changed and upgrade. You know, technology is the hugest thing that really we never thought it would exist, because now existing in another universe, the space. And so all of a sudden, all these space, and we don't know, and there's some scientific facts that other things are living in different space, whether it's in Mars, Pluto, Jupiter, and the list goes on. And so now that it's come down to where this earth energy of people are now, for the last how many years that the universe has changed, we say, oh, And so it's really not the universe that change or all of this. It's really we who changed. We never thought that we're going to go and create these spaceships and fly to the moon and all that stuff. And ever since they started that thing back, how many years ago, it's now start to take its effect because everything is now out of alignment, right? Because just like you look at Earth, each country, whether you are a European country or you're in an Asian country or you are in a North American country, all of these countries have different effects and different ways and different policy and different history, different belief system. Whether it's a belief system inside the religion or on how the monarch on how the history was built around it, where they have the king and the queen. So all of this is really changed. Great example, look at Hawaii. It was a little island where the Polynesian came in and they did their own thing. They had their king Kamehameha and their queen Liliuokalani. And then all of a sudden, we call it foreigners or the Malahinis comes in because they decide to take over and changed all of this, right? And so there was a system, but now all of a sudden, all of this system is changing. And so all of a sudden, since the first astronaut went up there to the moon or Mars or Pluto, this is when the alignment starts to change because we got nosy to see what other people are doing in their own space. And so this is like a huge thing. When that happens, these people on Earth are really starting to change the events of history. And so that's when this multi universe or the change of portals starts to happen. And when it starts to happen, whether it's a fairy tale, but something must have happened to put that image or that imagination into the minds of us human to create. And so there is this bridge of what's destroying before or what is something that we can argue about. It's now everything in a bigger way that we can see it because things such as technology, the universe is giving us this way to talk to each other, whether I'm talking to people out in Asian country or the United States or out here in Hawaii. And so this is really the last wave I've been feeling for the last 2 years of these changes is really taking us into practicing and practicing and practicing the last, since 2020 or even before that. It all started in 2018 or so, where we were kind of strucken with, okay, it's changing. It was actually started in 2017 where there was that big wave of change. And then 2018, we were to really seek and find, hide and seek of this and what we need to use our vessel as well as our HSP gift to help. And so that was that shift that is preparing us. It's just like if we going to prepare ourselves to go to college or prepare ourselves for a job. It's really preparing ourselves, our vessel, to get ready. We're training, we're practicing, seeing if it works, what doesn't, what does, and we're at the same time we're going through this vortex. And this vortex is making us, and you look back how your life is in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 is bringing you to where you're ready to run the tracks. And that is happened in 2020 because we were put into all of a sudden this lockdown. Her lockdown somewhere where we have to, whether we have to like it or not, because I know I had some client who was stuck out in a foreign country. They couldn't get back to where their motherland, their homeland. And so they were stuck, for example, in Mexico when they wanted to go back to India and they couldn't until how long? And so, when you look back, I was very fortunate because I've already taken the precautions of what was I felt in me in 2019 and 2020 to get myself situated back here in Hawaii. And so that's when I knew that I have to get ready, but I don't know what it was, what made me come here, literally because I was living in Los Angeles and I told, the manager that I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave my apartment in Beverly Hills. I started packing. That was way back in December. I wrote him the letter. I told my client January. They said, "No, what are you thinking?" I'm like, "I feel it. Something's happening." February, it starts to really get real, this feeling. And March, February, I found a place, put my whole entire apartment as well as my car, big enough space. And it was just incredible how you use that time is just wishing and manifesting. And then it happened because they're like, "How did you know that there was one literally just opened up?" I just knew it. And we don't know why we know it or why it happens. That's when we just got to believe and just really, really believe in the system of, because we've already experienced and how to use this. Um, I call it the superpower, how to use the superpower in making us getting out of this negativity and going forward because you feel that there is that change. And so I knew exactly I had to leave in order to feel secured and at home. And so March 3rd, numbers, and that's why using numbers sometimes in helping you getting to places to manifest things are very, very important. So fast forward back here in Hawaii, July, I felt it outside when I was creating my garden for my sanctuary. That happened in July of 2020. Then it hit me again in December 2021. And today is July the 4th because I'm ready, I'm prepared. And just so happened last night, I was really manifesting to see that my shipment is going to come. I did. I'm not lying. It came. It literally came. And today is like a holiday, but the postman came and delivered the things that I was really hoping and manifesting it to happen. Because now I can focus all of my energy into what is my ikigai, my purpose, or my way of living out here in the new ways, the new world of how life is going to start to work, how life is going to really teach us, bringing out the best gift that we have and really manifesting where it's going to nurture for the people, for the right people. That's I'm going to do on a regular segment because it's a huge big topic about that. But really, these are the steps that's, some people saying, well, July 5th is the open portal. And I'm not doing this as a fad, or I'm not doing this as anything. I'm just expressing of me, of what I went through. And, it, you know, ever since I was brought into this world, I knew that there was something that I needed to do. People, the only person that really believed me is my mom, because she knew that I was different. And it's not because it's being different. Everyone is different. Every single one of us is different. But some of us who has this HSP, either we polish it and use it in a right way and believe in this in the process. That's when it's now to use that. Some people call it that magic mirror effect. And by using this magic mirror effect is what you produce right now on screen, your mirror, your reflection, yourself, and how we can change it. Really, from here, from your soul, and to your purpose. So I got to get ready to celebrate the 4th of July. But I wanted to just jump on here live because it's been a while. It's been, I think, 3 months, because I've been really preparing myself and really take the time to look at our website, cocojor.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And so you guys can join me on this journey and really start to feel this effect of really feeling good, really feeling your purpose, and really feeling that message of not to be shy, not to feel that really who cares what other people look at you and think if you're weird or you're out there, or if what is she talking about? What is he talking about? We get it. And really, this is a place that I'm going to support people who really gets it, who really feels that while we are in this earth and we want to do good, you know what? Do good. Because whatever happened in our past, whether you're going to either graciously accept it and thank it and really use it as your learning tools and grab it and put it in your treasure box, in your toolbox, those greatness that you have created, grab all of that and put it in your toolbox. And from putting it and really submerging both energy together, because we need both the negative and the positive to give you that big bang theory of your life. This is now becoming your life journey and seeking out for really the true ways of how you want to go forward, how you want to contribute to humanity and make that change. Whether you're changing that one person or that one dog, or really reach out and feel that energy and give that positivity, because you know why? Once you give back, it's going to bounce back that effect. So you stay tuned. And once again, thank you for really supporting 20 years of my business of Coco Jour. And now we're ready for the next chapter. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as checking out my website at cocojor.com. Sign up for the classes, sign up for the affiliation program where you can make passive income for free, literally. So these are the kind of things that I'm creating within my company to give back. It's my way of saying aloha. I have awakened, and the more you give, the more you get back. You stay tuned and get ready for all of this beautiful effect to happen. Aloha.